Good afternoon and welcome to the Windsor Star's Net News at Noon. I'm Craig Pearson with Don McArthur, bringing you the best from the paper and the web. Former NHL goalie Eddie Mio said last night at a charity gala that he is thinking about running for mayor. He said this at the Mio Man's Charities Gala to give a $1 million check to the Sunshine Foundation, though he said he is going to take a couple of days to decide. Mio is a Windsor native who now lives in Michigan, but he thinks he might move back.
Wow. Yeah. Meanwhile, Rick Limoges and Eddie Francis are duking it out on the web there with competing Facebook pages. Now, the number of respective supporters, it sort of keeps climbing every day, and I've been keeping tabs on it. I need to get a life. But as of 10:30 a.m. This morning, okay, this is the latest. Eddie there, he's got a 3-point lead. He has 211 Facebook followers compared to 208 for the upstart Limoges.
Canadian fighter jets on Tuesday escorted a couple of Russian bombers when they approached Canadian airspace, the government revealed this morning. Prime Minister Stephen Harper is in the middle of a week-long trip to the north, and it's an incident very similar to one that happened at the end of July when two Canadian CF-18s shadowed Russian bombers who were within 55 kilometers of Canadian boundaries.
Wow. And the search for a Calgary woman, folks, who went missing beneath the waves of Lake Erie near Pelee Island might be over, okay? A resident in the area of the 1400 block of East Shore Road found a body in the lake this morning. Police were rushing to the scene. They have yet to confirm it is the missing woman, but stay tuned to the Star and we'll keep you updated just as soon as we can.
Officials have confirmed that 3 Canadians were killed in that hostage taking on a bus in the Philippines. A father and 2 daughters were killed. The mother and a son of the same Hong Kong-based family survived. They all carried Canadian passports. The assailant was a disgruntled policeman who wanted his job back, and 9 people died in that incident.
Okay, folks, and a strange one from across the pond. A woman in Coventry, England, is under police protection. People are just furious with her after she was caught on videotape, like stroking a cat and then grabbing the cat and throwing it in like a covered sort of garbage bin where the cat remained covered in its own urine and feces for 15 hours, meowing for help. Finally got out. People are outraged. They really want to vigilante justice there, and we have the video of this on the website. It's quite cute, quite funny, and the story there. Make sure you check it out.
Hey, so much for confidentiality clauses.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like just days after that divorce era between Tiger Woods and his Swedish-born wife, Elin Nordegren, she's dissing the dirt to People magazine. Now, she says, quote, she has been through hell, and that marriage, this is an understatement, just can't work, quote, without trust and love. And she added that she's embarrassed, as you can imagine, and that she never suspected Tiger of serial adultery like this.
The Canadian Medical Association voted Wednesday to
this morning,
start lobbying to have the UFC banned. That was just approved by the McGuinty government for Ontario. The Canadian Medical Association doesn't think that it should be here. What do you think?
Well, I'm a big fan of GSP and the UFC. I get it on pay-per-view all the time. I was glad to hear it came to Ontario, both for the economic benefits and I think this is I think it's pure sport. I think probably more people get injured in football games, than they do in this, and whatever. I mean, that's what doctors do, right? Is they look out for our best interests. But I think it's a great sport.
Well, I mean, there's no question that it's a brutal sport, so I do think that we have to consider that when we're talking about it. It's also a very bloody sport. Like, unlike boxing, there's actually not that much blood in boxing there. I mean, they can from a nose or something like that. But when you're using such thin gloves and when you're using elbows and stuff like that, it draws a lot more blood, so people notice that and consider it more brutal. Although it's been around now about 20 years, and I'm not sure that they've shown that there's any more lasting injuries in that than boxing, say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's an explosive letter as well to the editor today, condemning the Ontario. Check it out, condemning the Ontario government for allowing to come ahead in the province. I mean, I'm against bans just in general, just in principle. I don't like bans, and I don't like fighting either. But I do love the UFC.
Well, when it's a sport, I like it. I don't like fighting, but when it's a sport and it's trained athletes who choose to go into the ring against another trained athlete, then I think it's okay.
Okay, I'll meet you after school in the parking lot, online and on your porch. We are the Windsor Star.